Hey, how we doing? Right before I turn this on, I broke my glass. So anyway, this is Joe Cox with Life Made Simple, living in a narcissistic world. Did you know that if I can confuse you, I can control you? Think about that. If anybody can confuse you, they can control you. That should be the motto of a narcissist, okay? They are all about confusing. It's all about controlling or destroying. So wonder if you have clarity, which is the opposite of confusion. They have no power over you. A narcissist comes across as they're strong, but they're some of the weakest people you'll ever meet. They believe that controlling, you know, they can't control themselves, so they believe they have to control others. People that live in high consciousness control themselves and never have to control somebody else. I don't want to control you or anyone else. I don't control my wife. We live in total harmony because we have conversations. If there's something I need, and the key is when you're in harmony with the people that are surrounding, think about this: your friends, your parents, uh, teachers, bosses, any friends that you have. Ask yourself this question: are you in harmony with those people? You cannot be confused and be in harmony with them. So when you're in harmony, that means everything is in balance. This usually comes from a balance of mind, body, and spirit. I talk about that quite a bit. But confusion is not being sure. So let's say we grow up with a narcissistic parent, which I had two, and one codependent stepfather. Nice guy, but just he allows my mother, just to abuse her own children. So we grow up during all this toxicity, and then we get up to adulthood and are expected to make good decisions. So it's kind of like, what is the duty of a parent? The duty of a parent is to prepare you for adult life, to be able to handle um, the world out here. It's not to do stuff for you. It's not even to pay for your college. It's to prepare you to go out and create the life that you were meant to live. So I've heard some people that, my mother told me I was too stupid to go to college. Mine did. And I've heard people say, well, my mother, you know, didn't want to pay for my college or whatever it might be. And it depends on the attitude of when they say that. It's like, well, I got to take care of myself because I can't pay for yours. So the whole idea is we're supposed to take care of each other. So if my parent pays for my college, then I expect to be able to give back to them, later in years to make sure they're okay. That's kind of that give and take. Um, it's funny how we're born into this world like a baby, helpless, and then as we age, we actually go into a human again that's helpless. And during that process, between the kids and grandkids, we're all supposed to be taking care of each other. Not in my life, not in my world. Man, it was all about, you know, you do this, this, and this, and just sucking you dry, mind, body, and spirit, financially, emotionally, you name it. So I finally had to get clarity, and the only way I could get clarity is to get away from that toxicity. Today, I have perfect clarity. I have perfect clarity in what I went through. I have understanding. As most of you know, I lost my brother at 29 years old due to alcoholism, and I understand now why that happened. I was I was still struggling, trying to figure it out myself. And anytime I started getting a good grip on life. I would go back and say, okay, now maybe I'm worthy of love. I'll go back to my parents and try to find out why they don't love me. And I couldn't figure it out. I didn't. This is way before I really knew about narcissism and sociopath and um, much psychology at all. I'm not a doctor or therapist, but I wanted to understand why I always felt so confused all the time. So what I realized is once you have clarity, once you understand who you are, and if you're making bad decisions, it's only because you're confused. Think about it. Every bad decision in life is typically because of confusion. Think about that for a moment. Just want to let you know that um, there is always an answer, and we're going to talk about it more on another video. At this time, this is Joe Cox signing off. This from Life Made Simple. Pick up my book, Life Made Simple: Secrets to um, Health, Wealth, and Happiness Hidden in Plain Sight. Look at that. I'm starting to forget my own book. You take care. Talk to you soon. My heart to yours. Bye bye.